Hey, welcome to Pillage Overload. You sound so much better when you do it.
Welcome to Pillage Overload.
I'm one half of your host, Lashing, and he's Ballast.
Hi. What's up, peeps? How we doing tonight? Happy early Halloween. This is our Halloween episode. We're smoking it up.
Are you going to put some music on?
Putting some music on.
Yeah, there we go.
Hopefully it's not too loud. Smoke machine is in. That's it. All right.
Just so you can hear everything.
Yeah.
Does that work for you?
Sounds good to me.
Does it? Hello, Christina.
We are.
Welcome back, dear. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know what's about it.
To
And that's what it looks like.
Talk about.
Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it?
No.
Put your glasses
But that's
on.
cool. Get my old man glasses on.
Put your
Hold
old
on.
man glasses
I gotta
on.
see how sexy we look.
We're doing the sexy.
Man, we look good.
Hello, Michael. Is that?
We look good. We look good.
Hello, Michael. Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to Pillage Overload.
Welcome to Pillage Overload.
I got it. So tonight,
Yes, we got a lot in store for you guys. So
Spirit of Halloween.
stick around for the whole show because there's a lot to talk about, a lot to get to. Go.
You both have always looked great. Oh, thank you. Should we start off with what the hell is going on with this here?
We should.
Because this is
What
not
in the hell is going on?
normal. This is not a normal lashing on Pillage Overload. In fact, last time you saw me in a ladies' kit was when we were talking about. Actually, it's just the episode I posted last week on a little bit of a different flavor. I was wearing.
I like different flavors.
Flavor of the week.
Mm-hmm.
No, shut up. So
You're my flavor of every week.
kiss my ass.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
So
My job is done here.
that is really warm.
Time to go home.
My mic just slipped further. My mic pack just. I have to fix it. There we go. Okay.
It's slipping.
My mic packs.
You're slipping.
I know.
Hold
I'm
on.
all over the place. Okay.
There we go.
So
Show.
problem number one. I don't have all my normal kit. I have a really JP Jr. I have a really hard time I have no place for my mic. I have no place for my mic pack. You just want to get off and close to the ladies.
Yes.
If you pinch me, I swear to God.
There we go. You're done. All good.
Anyway, so today at my regular employment, they were having a Halloween contest where they wanted to take pictures of us in costume, and they were having a contest for people vote and all that. This one was like, I'm gonna do my normal gig. Whatever. It's what I do every year. Then somebody made a comment of, well, there's no Deborah's coming in as a pirate. She's a pirate. She's coming in as a pirate. So last night, as I lay in bed and we're sitting there talking about it, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go as a lady in my lady kit, in my colonial Williamsburg 1750 colonial gown. Well, it's not totally historically accurate, but it is mostly historically accurate historical gown. So, and that's what I did. And I think I've kind of, I threw a couple people through the loop when I walked by them because they didn't realize me. Including Smoke, because I got a text message from nice cue there.
Did you say Smoke?
I got a text message from Smoke saying, "Who is that walking around in the fluffy red dress?" First off, my dress is not fluffy. I would never wear anything. It's not.
Fluffy.
Yeah, he said it was fluffy.
It's poofy, but not fluffy.
We'll call it none of the. We'll call it none of the above. All right.
No poofy.
It is no poofy. It is no fluffy. Anyway. So
yeah,
I
I'd
wore.
like to see him wear a fluffy.
Hey, I talked about last
dress.
time when I wore all this, and I would put you in a man stay and man corset and let you survive on that shit.
My breathing's getting.
Is it getting
hard
congested already?
Yeah.
So
It's getting hard to breathe already.
I have literally been in this since 7 o'clock this morning. I was all day at work.
Round of applause.
Oh, wait a minute. It gets better. Wait, there's more. We had a appreciation thing for our industrial group at Top Golf after the workday. So I finished the workday sitting around a bunch of construction superintendents, mind you, wearing this. Most of them didn't even bat an eye. Other ones were like, is that comfortable? And then I go to Top Golf.
Freaking look comfortable.
It's quite comfortable. What isn't comfortable is the freaking chairs. 21st century chairs do not work with 18th century clothing. So I got to Top Golf, and then they're like, "Are you gonna hit some balls?" I was like, "Just what? No. Yeah, I ended up swinging some. Oh, hi, Bobo. Tripods on.
She's all about the balls.
I ended up swinging and hitting some balls. I was hitting them with the irons, and then I got in my bright, harebrained idea that I was actually going to drive a ball with a driver back to the end of the green. Yeah, I took one swing. I thought I heard something rip, and I said, I'm done for the evening.
Idea.
No
it's never
more.
A good idea.
The end. The name.
To drive balls.
When you're in your stays.
When you're wearing a gown.
When you're wearing your 18th century ladies kit. So there's my story of why I am in. And then he's like, you can go get changed. And I'm like, but that's so much effort.
Apparently, it's just as hard to get out of it as it is to get into it.
Well, I got to get out of it, and I got to get a whole nother outfit. I was already in this, so it's just...
Might as well keep on trying.
I might as well proceed with what I am right now. So, that is today. And I want you to swear... that's just today. That's not going to be tomorrow. That's not going to be Friday. That's not going to be next week. Because tomorrow I'll probably end up wearing kit in the office just because I want to. And Monday's Halloween, so I'll do the same thing just because I want to. And then next week, well, that's another story.
None of that involves this gown, though.
No. I'm going to go back to my normal kit. Actually, I might pull out that new gold. Hello, Deb. Deb's on.
Hi.
Deb and Nubby.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Pillage Overload. So, yes, wearing this all day and watching, it was actually really fun. And everybody's like, where did you get that? I made it. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Arguing with people about whether I made it or not. So, oh, yeah. And it's
and there it is.
And in tradition of Pillage Overload,
on the Halloween show,
Halloween,
we have the smoke machine.
I've already threatened him
in the house
twice today, and not to mention how many times I threatened him earlier this week about the smoke machine.
So if y'all weren't around for last year's show,
go on our YouTube channel and look up the Halloween smoke out.
Go check it out, because what were we, about half hour in?
No. We went to the whole night. It was
50 minutes in.
Wow, you just have no memory.
I'm asking.
I'm telling you, it was the end of the night.
Okay.
It was like the last 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah. I set off the smoke alarm.
How long are we normally on the show?
An hour.
There you go.
I got it.
Open a window. No, I open windows.
No.
I open
all
windows.
The smoke will go out the window. We want the smoke in the air.
So last year, yes, I opened windows, I opened doors and all that, and we still set off the smoke alarm. But yes, go watch that video because this one...
It's awesome.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's fucking awesome.
Absolutely not.
It is.
No.
Awesome.
Not.
Drink time. So.
What was awesome, though?
You know what was awesome?
Where were we
Our
at?
trip to New Orleans.
That's why we weren't around
How about
last
a segue?
week. Segue.
One of those. Our trip to New Orleans was freaking fantastic, man.
It was not a vacation, P.S.
It was a trip to New Orleans.
It was a work trip.
Not qualify as a vacation.
Not for me, at least.
As I was informed.
As you
Several
were demanded. As you poorly made the conversation and almost got your balls chopped off.
I was informed several times that this was not a vacation.
It wasn't a vacation. It was a workcation.
Yes. So, yeah.
It was a very good research trip.
We won't even go into that part of it because that's boring. So
What is
the
boring?
cool parts of the trip to New Orleans
Was the research part.
Yeah. The part where we took tours and went down to the French Quarter, because we stayed in a hotel. We stayed in the Hilton, which is only a hop, skip, and a jump from the French Quarter.
It's about a 15-minute walk.
Yeah.
To get at least to Jackson Square.
And we did.
For Jay, it was a vacation. No, I made him. Well, yeah, it was vacation, but I also made him network. So
It was
he learned how to work.
It was a workcation.
Well,
Is that a word?
It is.
I just made that up.
But I already said that
works.
earlier tonight. You just didn't hear me.
So anyway, we made our way to the French Quarter several times.
I think every day.
I think it was every day. It was pretty much every day. Because
I think it was every day. I think we went to dinner every day in the French Quarter. Or no. Did we go Monday night? I don't think we. No, yeah, Monday we went because Tuesday we went to French Quarter. Okay, yes, we went to French Quarter every night.
For dinner, we went every night. For breakfast and lunch.
Tuesday we went. No, Tuesday was was by the hotel because we had West and everything.
Yeah,
but anyway, we did spend every day.
The majority of our day and our time somewhere near the French Quarter or in the French Quarter. And it is awesome. If you ever get a chance to go to New Orleans, I highly suggest it. It's an awesome city. I had a lot of fun. And
did you learn
she asked me to go early on in the year because she knew she was going to this a while back. And I was like, hell yeah, I've never been to New Orleans. And so I was like, I'm down. The awesome thing about New Orleans is it is totally a pirate town. You can get into the history. You can get into, because it's been there a long time. Even going back to.
Well, why don't we back up to that? One of the biggest. So obviously, us being pirates. Oh, shocker! We follow a lot of other pirate groups on Instagram. Oh, shocker again! So two of the groups we follow are Pirates of the Quarter and Jean Lafitte's company. Is it just Jean Lafitte Company? I think
Trading company.
Jean Lafitte Trading Company. Hi, Owen. Was there a pre-Katrina for a visit? I had a pre-Katrina visit when I was in college. I actually went down there in early 2004 for a rugby tournament when I played for college. So, she had been there before.
This was my first time. I've never been there
I've been to the original Hard Rock. I was 20. My crew was getting drinks, and I was able to drink on the street with my crew. It was awesome. But, so we followed Jean Lafitte Trading Company and Pirates of the Quarter. And we knew, and that's why I asked him to come with me. First off, it's New Orleans. How can you pass that up? But I figured it'd be a great opportunity for us to network with other pirate groups. And also, Pirates of the Quarter does a walking tour down the French Quarter of the history of pirates down there. And if any of you are pirate enthusiasts and all that, no, Jean Lafitte is the pirate of name with New Orleans. If you've seen anything with Josh Gates and all that, they have talked about him.
Yeah. Now he's not Golden Age piracy. He's about 100 years. 100 years later, almost exactly 100 years later. So there's a little bit of different things going on at those times.
But a pirate is a pirate.
Yeah, he was still a pirate, and he still did all the same things that pirates do.
Capitalize on the same things with every other pirate as well.
And we're not going to really get into that tonight because that could take a whole show.
Which and you know what? Go to New Orleans. Go on the Pirates of the Quarter walking tour. Go walk with Captain.
Because seriously,
awesome.
You'll learn all that stuff with him. And we may do a show in the future covering John Lafitte because we are pirates and he was a pirate.
And it's history.
And we do stuff outside of the Golden Age because there's still a lot of stuff that happened outside.
Drive-through daiquiri. It's not.
Did what?
JP Jr. says drive-through daiquiri. No, it's a hurricane, bud. Yeah, it's a hurricane.
Hurricanes.
The hurricanes are the thing down there.
And Sazerac. I'm not a big whiskey fans.
We
so
are not.
Neither one of us are, clearly, because
That's
Pirates, we drink
our
rum.
Yeah, it's our buddy smoking
But
bacon.
Sazerac is the drink of New Orleans. It's different, and they have
whiskey.
whole brewery there where they make it, and you should take that tour too because it's awesome.
And it's free. The self-guided one
Yeah.
was pretty. It was
It's pretty
free,
sweet.
and the Sazerac. So the Sazerac House wasn't the original brewery place.
It's not the original building.
The original building closed down during the Prohibition, which was really interesting to see how Prohibition affected New Orleans. But they ended up finding this building. It was vacant for like 60 years. They renovated it. They brought it back. They actually had this old historical staircase that they took every single piece of wood, refurbished it in an external wood shop, brought it back, rebuilt it, and that was one of the biggest historical things on there.
Yeah.
And I'll share the picture, awesome. Actually.
It was all mahogany.
I'll share the picture on the YouTube channel. I'll put it in the community.
Fantastic job restoring it. It's absolutely. If you're a woodworker like me, sorry, I didn't mean to hit my mic, but if you're a woodworker like me, you'd be in awe. It was outstanding. Cool place. Gotta check it out when you're there. Clearly, the French Quarter is where you're going to be spending most of your time.
Deb, I see you I just saw your side message about it wasn't letting you chat. Apparently, you figured it out. Why it wasn't letting you chat? Glad you joined it. So, I think I accidentally selected you have to be a subscriber to chat. Oh, darn. Did you subscribe?
Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe, like, ring that bell. Sorry, keep going.
So, obviously, for Pirates, there's a couple places other than that to hang out. Pirates Alley is one of them.
Pirates Alley, which is by the church.
Which is an actual place.
The square.
Wasn't originally called Pirates Alley. It was called Orleans.
No, it was called Pirates Alley, and then they legally named it New Orleans Alley. And the problem is that New Orleans Alley addresses intervened with New Orleans Avenue. It was just too close, and mail was getting all confused.
So they ended up calling it Pirates Alley.
And they ended up renaming it to that.
Yeah, to quell the confusion.
And they don't have a sign on there because it keeps getting stolen.
Yeah.
So, damn pirates. Hey.
Wonder why. Because everybody loves pirates.
Everybody loves pirates.
So that's definitely a place in the French Quarter to check out.
Yep.
If you go there.
You'll know when you're there. Because if you know when you're there, you're at the cafe.
And the Pirates Alley Tavern, I guess it's called. Oh. It's got a
you're back.
Interesting name. You'll know it when you're there. We went in Kit. How many days of the days we were there?
2. We went there Monday and Friday.
Monday and Friday, because Monday we took the tour, the regular walking tour with Pirates of the Quarter, and Friday we went on the pub crawl with them. So they do 2 different ones. The pub crawl is fun because he talks about some different stuff, and we hit pubs along the way, get drinks, like pirates do, and end up at the John Lafitte's blacksmith shop, which is an awesome place.
We actually hit there before we did the pub crawl because he talked about it when we were doing the original. So the 2 tours we did was Monday. We went and did the full historical tour. It was full 2 hours. We went in full kit and all that. And the gentleman that runs it, it's Captain, obviously, because there's 2 of them, Captain Quartermaster. Major props to the guy for giving us our due with us being pirates and just, talking. When he did the tour, he pointed at us because he realized the authenticity of what we were wearing, and that, yes, we were earlier age, but we knew our stuff. And it was very fun at the end of the tour just to have some conversations and talk about how pirates are, who the mindset of pirates are, even if it's the 1700s from the 1800s. So that was really neat just to have that little, it was that little thread that kind of connected you to.
Same mindset.
Yeah. And then Friday, we did the pub crawl because we knew that would take us to other places. And he does a different tour for the pub crawl. Now, there's some of the same information as the regular one, but there's a lot of different. What got me was when he started talking about the torturing and Wes. So we went with one of my colleagues. We brought him with us because I wanted him to get a good feel of the city and all that. And then they started talking about the torturing, and of course, this is after the second bar. So you're starting to drink. He's talking about torture, and I have a weak stomach as is. He was talking about how he was not enjoying the conversation about the gore and all that. When you're like drinking, you're like, can we just go to the next bar? So that was really cool, and just the facts and the information. Some of it was interesting. I think I would want to do research on, maybe because it's early 1700s. I definitely feel like the pirates and everything in the 1800s were more violent than pirates in the 1700s. If you think about like Ned Lowe coming in the end of the Golden Age piracy, and a lot of those pirates, I feel like they're just a lot more nasty than when you look
They're
at
more civilized in the 1800s.
1700s.
Yeah.
They're more civilized than 1700s.
No.
Yes.
Think so? You really think they were more violent in the 1800s?
I do. I think they were way more violent in the 1800s.
It's interesting.
I think that when you look at the mid 1600s, from the beginning, the first phase of the Golden Age piracy to the second one, they progressively got more violent. You look at Black Sam, who wasn't very violent, Blackbeard, who was very intimidating, and then you start looking at Ned Lowe, and I mean, you know what? I will find the gruesome pirates, and I think that's a conversation we'd have for another night.
I feel what you're saying. I think the reason that John the Feet probably wasn't quite as violent is because he was more in the money-making aspect of it.
I agree with that.
He was a little bit more, he was a little bit more sophisticated. He had the chance to be, because he really... he spent a lot of his time in the city more than he did out at sea.
He was an educated lad.
Yes, he was educated, so, that lends to a less violent attitude, I guess. And he was more in the money-making aspect of it. They basically ran New Orleans when they were doing their thing. So
that's what it was.
That was what it was about for him.
Business and the Grand Isles and them figuring out what worked for them. But outside of them, you talk about what the violence they were doing. It's just, I definitely think when you start looking at some of the different pirates, and especially when you get in 1812 and the Revolutionary War and all that, and the animosity and the anger that everybody's having because you're at war. And before, when the Golden Age piracy, the war was over in England. It was overseas. It was not in the Americas. And now with the Revolutionary in 1812, war is on the home front. Yeah. So more violent.
John the Feet and his pirates participated in it.
Mm-hmm. If you ever heard of the Battle of New Orleans, apparently there's a song on it. I didn't even know that until they talked about it.
And there's this wonderful cannon that they have on display right next to the church. What was it? Saint... What? Do you remember? I don't remember the name of the church. I don't remember it.
Go look it up. Church. It's in front of St. Jackson's Square. Go look it up. Google Maps. Yeah. Google Maps. So...
I want to say St. Francis, but I could be wrong. But anyway, they're right next door to it. There's a old government building that they used as the government building in the 1800s, with a 24-pound cannon sitting next to it, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, we got pictures of that too. Although somebody was like a complete dork.
Large cannon.
We tried to get... I thought it was going to be a great picture of me and him together, and somebody was a complete dork.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, you're never sorry. Anyway. So, yeah, that was fun. We learned about that. And then obviously when you're walking around the city, you got the sugar skulls, the Day of the Dead, and then you start getting into voodoo and superstitions and all that. And that, originally, what we were thinking about talking about tonight.
Cover our subject.
cover. Remember to hit the like. They're awesome. Thanks, Christina. Yes, like and share, like and share.
Like us. We like.
We
us.
like. So the original topic that we were talking about doing this when we were looking at our season 7 list was Halloween is talking about superstitions with sailors. Now, after going to New Orleans, it was basically like, hell yeah,
We gotta do this.
we gotta do this. So we divided and conquered with 3 of 3, and I feel like he got the better end of the stick. Mine sucks. Do you want to start with one of yours?
Yeah, let me put on my old man glasses.
Yes,
So
you
I
need
can-
it. You know what, Bo? Hold on. Before old man starts reading with his glasses, NOLA
Nolans.
is the pirate place to be. You can walk around with an open container.
Oh
in the
yeah, we
city.
forgot to mention that part.
I don't know if we forgot or we should be mentioning it, but yes, as long as it's not glass, you can walk around with a drink in New Orleans.
Yep, everywhere you go.
You don't finish your drink at the bar, ask for a plastic cup, or go
They'll
walk
give you
in with
one
it.
before you walk out the door.
Yeah, we went
Isn't
bar
that
hopping.
sweet of them? It is. Yeah.
No, there is no wasted alcohol unless you're a dumbass and spill it. So yes, Bo, we need to find it. We need to figure out a events that we need to do in New Orleans. That we need to go down there. The Alley Gardens. The whole place was pretty. We also went to the French Quarter Market and went shopping down there, which was a lot of fun. I got some crawfish.
Yeah.
It was very good. We did get some jambalaya. We got some gumbo. We
did all the.
We did the food.
Requisite meals that you need to have when you're down there, and they were all freaking awesome.
So normally my rule of thumb is I go traveling. I don't hit any fast food restaurants. And when we landed, I realized there was a Gordon Biersch across from our hotel. We love Gordon Biersch. We used to hit all the time when we were up in Maryland. They've closed all the ones around in Maryland and here in Virginia. So I was super excited because we love their beer. And they also have a phenomenal seafood salad. Well, we get there. We get the beer. He asks for a pretzel. The guy starts laughing. And we're like, why are you laughing? Well, they don't have pretzels. Okay, well, we'll get the calamari. Blech.
It was horrible.
Not worth the money. Okay, cool. Fine then. I got my beer. I want my salad. I'll have a seafood salad. Well, if you want a seafood salad, that'll be double shrimp and no crab. And there was something else. And I'm like, what? He's like, crab's like $100 and some a bushel. I'm like, oh yeah, we're not near Maryland anymore. Anyway, basically everything we were asking to get there was a no, 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 and no. And after we finished and I saw the bill, I'm like, what the hell did we just eat? So that was karma yelling at me to say, I went against my rule of thumb and don't do it again. So I didn't do it the rest of the week.
Yeah, and mind you, this was just Gordon Biersch.
This
Everywhere else we went.
Yeah, Gordon Biersch was the first.
It was just unfortunate. It was the first meal that we had over there.
We were just
after
so
that, everything else was fantastic.
Yeah, we were just so looking forward to it. Oh, apparently I busted my butt today while running around in the office.
And restaurants of mention that we went to the Fleur de Lis
Cafe
for breakfast.
Muffalados.
Their omelets.
Ernst,
yeah.
Evangeline, I wouldn't say isn't anything that I didn't like their shrimp and grits. Evangeline's where we had the shrimp and grits, which was like noodles of onions.
And we went to Pat O'Brien's. That's where I had jambalaya. Yeah, it was okay.
Hi, Nobby.
It wasn't horrible.
Kisses, Nobby.
Obviously, everywhere you went, the drinks were pretty good. Some were a little sweet.
Voodoo.
Everybody had their own version of a hurricane.
Mango. We went to Voodoo's, Mango's. We went to Rodeo Ranching. Yeah, we hit a bunch of good spots.
Yeah. Bourbon Street was the ticket.
Friday night, coming back from the pirate tour, somebody got stopped by a bunch of basic white
chicks
and got the picture taken. And me and my colleague are walking, and we're like, wait, where's Ballast? Stopping and turning around. He's just sitting there staring at me like, help me. And I'm sitting there taking the picture. And I remember taking the picture. One woman looking around, turning to me, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, whatever. I know where he's going tonight.
Sorry
Whatever.
about what? I'm just taking a picture with me.
I was just like, she was just like, oh my God, I'm touching him and she's going to kill me and whatever. Anyway, honey, I know he ain't going home with you. It's all right. We're all good.
So
He's a sexy pirate. We got that. So, but back to
our subjects of the night.
Yeah.
Which
last 30 minutes.
my first subject correlates with
Our
New Orleans,
subjects
and it's
are
the
superstitions.
Reason,
Your top what
superstitions. Our subjects are superstitions, and my first subject, or superstition, or whatever you want to call it, that deals
topic
with
of superstition
deals with that kind of thing, is the religion of voodoo, which is pretty awesome. It started in Africa.
Duh.
Like the countries of Togo, Ghana, and Nigeria. And it was brought to the Americas or the Caribbean, which obviously, Haiti was a big country that practiced the voodoo religion. It was brought here by slaves. The slave trade obviously was prevalent in the Caribbean at that time, and this actually deals with the early 1800s, late 1700s. I mean, it was pretty prevalent there. We all know that the slave trade at that time was
slave trade
was
for
going
a while
on.
was going on. It didn't stop. Well, let's just be honest. It was from early golden age piracy, even out here, and it was going on. The reality of it was.
So they brought it to Haiti. They brought it to Caribbean islands. They brought it to Louisiana because Louisiana is basically considered the northern Caribbean. If you're down there, they kind of consider it that. The way they worshipped it, it was basically based on spirits and divinity. Like they considered their world, in their world, there was a divine essence. So they worshipped spirits and angels and things like that, and basically it was kind of similar to Roman Catholic religion. And it was funny, we were just watching that show,
superstitions.
angels, things like that, like
Okay.
spirits. What was that show we were watching the other night about?
We watch a lot of different shows.
Saints.
Just
That's
in general?
another thing. And
How the Catholic worships
yes.
toenails and teeth and
yes.
this dried skin
Which
of a
is
saint.
really interesting.
Pope,
when they canonize a
the
saint,
Pope.
and when they canonize saints, they take something
Vatican
from
City,
their body, and
Catholic Church.
The Vatican actually has a room where they store all these, for lack of a better term, body parts.
Keep dead bodies.
They have dried out fingers,
dead bodies everywhere,
blood, things like that. They're stored in this room in the Vatican.
Here's some children with corn.
So, in relation to how this relates to voodoo, is basically they consider, and they do this. They do the same thing. They would cut off a finger and dry it out because they consider the dead to be among the living. So they worship the dead like they worship the living. It's basically kind of the same thing. So it all kind of has to do with that, which makes it kind of similar with the Roman Catholic religion.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of side by side. So they would worship the dead and they would worship the living side by side.
Okay.
And they have spirits that go along with this. And what's really interesting about voodoo is females are...
I can't type worth a shit, apparently. Go on.
Females are looked on as priests. So they're the higher ups in the religion.
It is very interesting to listen to the voodoo on what you hear here versus some of the other superstitions he's going to talk about.
Yeah, and
after we
it's
get-
really interesting.
We're past off superstitions. So you talk
I
this
mean,
one, I
granted-
talk one, you talk one.
Granted, now this wasn't something that really had to do with pirates so much, other than it was a religion that was in Louisiana at the time John Lafitte was there. Pirates really didn't practice voodoo, as far as we know.
What about you talking about the superstitions though? They led to a lot of different superstitions though, right?
Yeah, I mean, superstitions could have been taken from the practices of the people that followed the religion of voodoo, but it was a religion. It was pretty prevalent.
It
So
still is. You do realize it's still.
Yeah, oh,
it's not. It's. I feel
it
like
definitely is.
I feel like it's taboo, like paganism and everything else that's out there. That's not the
It is
normal
because
Roman Catholics.
The reason it's taboo is because, right, Catholicism is a very big religion, and they don't consider paganism and voodoo to be. They worship one God, and the Catholics do, and they worship Jesus. So their thing is one God. In voodoo, it's saints and priests, and there's many of them. And actually, each family had a female that they. So if you were in the voodoo religion, the females obviously were like a priest would be in the Roman Catholic religion. So it was kind of opposite, but it was all within the family. So the female in the family of a voodoo, a family that worshipped or did practice voodoo was the higher up. She was the one that was considered. That's who they worshipped, basically.
So was there any relation with voodoo and piracy, or what is out there with sea and sailing?
Uh,
Or just voodoo in its own was just how their rules and regulations are? Is that what's created?
yeah, I think voodoo on its own was. The only way I could relate it to sailors was maybe because they always stayed close to water. That was part of the religion, was they were supposed to stay close to a water source.
Okay.
So as far as, like I was saying, as far as superstitions are concerned, I don't think really voodoo had a whole lot to do with sailors, maybe with the spirits. But sailors didn't practice it so much.
Put my hair on my mic.
So as far as practicing the religion, probably not so much. But there was, different types. They had.
I would imagine. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing like with almost the other religions. You get
They had
different
the voodoo
aspects of it.
the voodoo that they worshipped, like how they had it in Africa and how they had it in Haiti. But then there was also the Louisiana version of it, where they had their main deities. One of them was called the Blanc Donnie. The other one was Grand Zombie and Papa Labat.
So
it sounds funny,
Deb
but
said that they had a lot of water spirits and plus ships and sailors. When you're talking about the water and all that, so that makes sense.
Yeah, they would do things like that. But I don't think, as far as getting down to the nitty gritty, that sailors actually practice the religion itself. But as far as what we're going for with this is that it's a very spiritual religion, and superstitions come out of it, and pirates and sailors were very superstitious. So that's, I think, how it ties in.
I think some of the superstitions that pirates come into and sailors come into, it's like, where the hell did you hear that? So, like, one of the things I had seen this documentary last year about the Golden Hind, and they were talking about sailors and swimming. And they were talking that a sailor was superstitious of a person who could swim, and if they could swim, that they would sink and they would die. because swimming was useless.
But did you die?
But did you die? And I really went looking hard for this because I thought it was very interesting. And obviously I saw the documentary. So I didn't know what the background information it was on. But as I started really researching more, I discovered that obviously you think about the ships in the 17th and 18th century, these tall ass ships, these ships that carried 40 to 50 to 90 cannons on it. And the cannons are not light. So you think about the weight of those things, and it's kind of the same idea of Titanic, that man overboard. How fast are you going to be able to turn around to go back to pick up the man overboard? Not very fast. And at that point is how far are they going to be out by the time you turn around, because of tides, the storms, the weather, and all that.
Just seems that whether you could swim or not didn't really matter.
And that was the attitude. Is like, okay, if you can swim, the only thing you were doing was prolonging your death. That was
pretty much.
And I think that was really the attitude towards it, was that with the swimming is that
because clearly
there was no benefit of it. And if a ship sank, it's not like today where you do SOS or what was it back then? It was RSQ or something like that, like with Titanic. You had that international call sign to bring in backup. Your ship went down back then in the 1800s. CQ. You were screwed. There was no way for you to.
And back then, they weren't all about prolonging your life, because there was none of that.
No.
You really couldn't save someone.
That's what they're saying. That there was no point of being able to swim and prolong your life if you're just going to drown.
I mean, their pirates are so, if you didn't like something, you toss that.
That's why it was walking the plank and not pushing.
Toss that mofo overboard.
Is he really wanting to go back outside?
That's the last time you see him.
He's crying.
So I guess it's my turn.
It is your turn. I gotta go let our dumbass dog out because he's crying. So
another superstition.
Yeah, get into the next superstition.
Women on a ship. Oh.
Cold water.
Talk of women on a ship.
Cold water people do not normally swim. You know what? That's a fact too. Why would you want to go swimming if it was cold?
Yeah. Even in the Caribbean, the water's still a little chilly. It's not like you're gonna go for a swim, and if you're from England, the water up there is not exactly warm either. So not many people are going for a swim, especially back in those days.
So what's your voodoo was your first superstition? What was the second superstition you had?
Well, once I'm getting into the actual superstitions, my first actual superstition is women on board a ship. Which were
is that why you waited till I walked away?
Yes. They were considered bad luck.
Part of this ship.
They were bad luck. Women were bad luck on a ship. That was the sailor's superstition.
You know what's bad luck too? Is dogs who don't know how to stop.
And reasons for this, obviously the very first big reason for this was they were a huge distraction. Distraction. I don't know why they would be a distraction.
If I could distract you more, I would, but that's not going to happen in this.
They were also thought to anger the seas. But that's only when they were wearing clothes. When they weren't wearing clothes and they were naked.
Why do you keep looking at me like that's going to happen?
They were considered to calm the seas.
Yeah, okay. Ha!
So show the boobies, calm the seas.
Well,
that's how this works.
No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
That's because you're a woman.
And you're a man.
Be mad.
I know what you think with.
Show boobie.
Yeah, and what do you think with? Calm seas my ass. What else do you have on woman and superstition that I can sit here and shoot the holes through and say who's got the brains of this
got
operation?
I got nothing.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all there was to it.
Yeah,
It
that's,
wasn't that difficult.
what was it? What was it? That's why that's why they
were-
have the God, what are they called?
Why they have what?
The bowsprits.
They call their figureheads.
The
Thank
figureheads
you.
on the bowsprits.
Yes, the figureheads were. That's why the figureheads
are naked.
had boobies hanging out.
But you also look at them; they're also some of them are nasty sea serpents too. No, you didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Go watch Cutthroat Island. It is not a pretty booby lady. It's a dead skeleton on the bowsprit. Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why they sank.
Maybe that's why that movie bombed.
Yeah, because they didn't have a boobies hanging out.
They didn't have the boobies hanging out. They failed on everything that was known. They didn't
listen to the superstitions, and that movie failed.
Show your titties. Show your titties, Jay.
Oh, please. I don't want to get us booted off of YouTube.
I want to give you two guesses.
YouTube wouldn't want to see my boobies.
Yeah, there's two people who want to see your titties.
You don't want to see that.
That's your okay. So that's your second one.
Yes.
My second one was bananas. That shit's bananas. B-N-N-A-N-A-S. It's bananas. B-N-N-A-S.
Banana.
They believe would shame nature in suppressing its anger, the nakedness.
Why is everybody naked?
No, Bo says they believe it would shame nature in suppressing the anger. Woman being naked.
Yes.
That's what you were saying. She's agreeing with you.
But they believe that the women being naked would calm the seas. Clearly, because they're men.
Not those ones, your other ones.
The women do believe this. The men believe this.
Oh, clearly. Men believe a lot of stupid shit, apparently.
Back in the...
No. There's nothing to do with
men's were in charge.
No, back in the 2000s, men's are still dumb.
We're not talking about the 2000s. Come back to me.
I ain't coming back to you.
So what about bananas?
Bananas. This shit's bananas.
F&A right it is.
It's bananas. So
shit's cuckoo.
I will have to thank the crew for bringing me onto this one because I thought they were pulling my chain and monkeying around and want me to talk about sucking the monkey again. Go watch the other YouTube show.
Oh my god. Moving on.
2000 Jinkos. It's Jinko jeans. So bananas. It's true. All right. They seriously thought bananas were superstitious. And this came around the mid 1700s. That's some of the pieces where they think they discovered it on. And one of the biggest reasons why they thought it was superstition was that when a ship sank, you know what floated? Bananas. Bananas floated. Nothing else did. But apparently bodies sank.
This is a bunch of sailors that can't swim. So
this is a bunch of sailors that can't swim.
The bananas are swimming,
but they aren't. Swimming, and they are. And they think that swimming is superstitious.
Yeah.
What the hell? So.
That's why none of them learn to swim.
Mm-hmm. But the other issue is if you ever had a piece of fruit that wasn't ripe quick enough, and you ever heard that take that fruit and a banana and put it in a brown bag and it would ripe the fruit up?
No, I've never heard this.
Anyway, most women out there, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Grocery shopping. No.
What's that bus?
Yeah. Yellow bad. So bananas give off
all depends on what you're making.
No, bananas give off greenhouse effect gas. Not CO2. Anyway.
Methane?
Thank you. Methane. Farts.
Yeah.
It gives off farts. It gives off cow farts.
Some dummy over here knew that and you didn't.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I did know it. I just can't.
No, you didn't. Keep going.
Cow farts.
It's okay.
Because, anyway, this one.
Go
Fumes. Ahead. Potassium. No, not potassium.
There is potassium.
There is potassium. That's not what I'm
we're
trying to say.
That's not what we're talking about.
I am trying to say that the methane was actually when they were having the cargo hold along a lot of the other goods that you need to survive on a ship across on a voyage across seas, it would actually make most of this fruit ripen. You keep hitting me. We keep doing this sneezy bullshit. And it would spoil the foods. Bananas would spoil the foods. So that was the other reason.
Superstition.
That was that one of the things. The other one was that they would forget to shake out what was in the bananas. So you would have snakes. You would have venomous spiders. And yeah, all the bad shit.
Creepy crawlers.
Creepy crawlers, and everybody be dying. That too. Yeah, that was
Leave it to
fun.
the bananas.
Leave it to the bananas.
That's so bananas.
What? How do you all eat 2 bananas at the same time? One at a time?
Y'all, as in,
ethane.
don't eat 2 bananas at once.
Ethylene, methane. Yeah, all the gas that bananas give off just ruined everything that was around it. That's the point I'm trying to get at. And the other thing is that they would travel so fast to try to get bananas from point A to point B that anybody trying to go and fish failed because they were going so fast. Their nets wouldn't be able to catch anything.
So everything just sucked about bananas.
Everything just sucked about bananas. And not to mention that when you would eat bananas, it would either give you the runs or constipating, depending on how much you ate or not enough and what you had with your diet. So it would also cause fire. Yes.
You know, I think of that.
Yeah. I saw a chimp eat 2 at the same time at the zoo.
Oh.
I bet you did.
Okay.
They're all over the place with this conversation. So yes, and the last but not least is that the sweet and stickiness of handling a banana would drive the fish off. So the fish would be biting. There would be no biting fish.
No, it's not green.
Well, you haven't even ran it that much. It just needs my touch again. Anyway, what was your last superstition that we were talking about?
Mine kind of wraps into 2 because it both deal with the same thing. The sky and the color of the sky. So we all know the superstition: red sky in the morning, sailor's morning. What this refers to, and this is kind of something that I didn't know about this, the reason for it is it indicates a storm system is moving to the east. So that's what's causing the red sky in the morning.
Is that all?
Which would bring rain. So not a good time to go. All right, go ahead, press it. Set off the alarm. Set off the alarm.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be doing that like you did the
alarm.
other night. We are nowhere near to setting off the alarm tonight.
So, you just wanted to interrupt me, that's why. Jerk. Yeah.
My business.
There was a high water content in the atmosphere, which is what caused the...
Tell them, not me.
There was a high water content in the atmosphere, which is what caused the sky to be red in the morning. Which means if you went out sailing, it was probably going to rain. They didn't like that.
We don't like
Not
rain.
good. Storms, not good for ships. Right? Okay. We're all good with that now?
Sure.
Okay,
we'll ride with that one.
We got the other half of this one. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. The setting sun. There would be, if there was dust particles in the atmosphere, it indicated a high pressure zone was coming. So that means we could go there. How about that?
Awesome.
Yeah. Because it was on the other side of the sky in the west, you know?
Too bad you can't be on the other side of the bar.
What? Yeah, too bad.
Yeah, too bad. Freaking keep kneeing me. Wah, wah. Because you don't understand the concept of sides in space. You don't know how it works. That's how it works.
Are you done?
No.
What would you like to talk about?
I guess
I guess you get the
my
last one. Huh?
last superstition, which
Yeah.
I couldn't find shit on it, which was really annoying. So I had another suggestion of a superstition was never cast a stone in the water when you left port, because the idea was if you cast a stone, you would anger the seas and the waves, and you would just sink. I couldn't find.
It would get smoky.
I would rather it get smoky than that, because I couldn't find. These guys are crazy. I couldn't find out shit on any of that. If tossed would never return, is I saw one thing. So yeah, no skipping rocks. Skipping rocks is bad. You would anger the water.
If you could skip rocks in the ocean,
apparently
you're doing something.
Apparently, when you put a rock to water,
I mean,
you created huge swells. I'm talking about huge, huge swells.
I could go down to the local lake and skip some rocks, but man, if you're skipping
if
rocks,
you have some swells in the lake because you're skipping rocks,
no, but
we have some big. No, I'm just talking about if you're angering the lakes by throwing a rock in it, we have some bigger issues. Regional myth, but means anything from is being sent away. Yeah, I kind of got the gist. It was area, location, regional, spotty. Anyway, but I was trying to find the original location that it came from, because that's what I was hoping to be discussed in here. Like, I knew the banana method. It came banana method. The banana
superstition.
I said banana method. The banana myth.
Oh, the banana
method. Superstition.
The banana method is
the banana method.
Put them mofos on your shit.
No, the banana method is give Mr. Willis lots of bananas. Throwing buckets of water into ocean brings back what left. Actually, that's really interesting. Flap the butterfly wings changes the future. All right, we're talking
about the butterfly.
We're talking about like the theory of chaos. All right, you know, life will find a way, right? All right, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Just strip your shirt and lay there and look all sexy.
I bring the scientists, you bring the rock star.
Losing Mario Kart. Slip on a banana peel. Losing Mario Kart. Yes! There's a superstition
Bananas,
right
bad
there.
Bad luck in Mario Kart.
Bananas bar.
We got that word.
And
Thank God for that.
And I did read that when I was reading through the superstitions, talking about how sailors slipped on banana peels, but I think that's so full of shit.
So,
I mean, did we see this on Mythbusters where they tried to do it and it just didn't work? It was just full of shit. I want to say it is. Anyway,
it was, I'm sure, a myth somewhere.
I want to say that. Hey, look, my Amazon order shipped.
Thanks for
last minute ordering for last minute projects. Last minute information. That was the other thing. Oh, I didn't even mention that. So even today with sport fishing,
you got 5 minutes. Come on.
Okay, shut up. So even today with sport fishing, they don't allow Banana Republic, Banana Boat, even Fruit of the Loom, any of that shit on a boat. When you go do sport fishing, they take it that seriously. Like if you go on with a Banana Republic anything logo on your sorry, I'm touching my mic. When you go on a boat and any with that on there, they literally slash it. Fruit of the Loom, I don't get, and I don't like other
banana in there.
No, there isn't.
There isn't.
It's apple, grape, and a pear. It's just called Fruit of the Loom, so it's guilty by association. Okay, yeah, you can look it up and see that.
It's because they're a bunch of rednecks and they don't know what they're talking about.
Stir in a pot will never burn. We like stirring a pot. No, we do really well at stirring pot. We do really well at stirring a lot of things. What I'm going to do really well with stirring my way to bed soon. It's been a long day. So, Pillage Overload this week. So we hope you guys enjoyed our Halloween special, us ranting on about New Orleans. We had a blast. We hope you guys got a little bit of bugs when you go visit. You can check it out.
We had fun.
Go look at any of our
Go to
social
New Orleans.
pages.
It's awesome.
We have a bunch on there. Go check out Pirates of the Quarter. They have a YouTube channel. They have some videos on there. They post a lot on Instagram on the videos. Amazing tour if you're ever able to go down there. Do it. Tip the man. Phenomenal. Next week, I think we are not going to be live. We are in transit
Most likely.
yet again. When is the season over for us? Is it Christmas?
Yeah, we're going to be going down to Cedar Key in Florida, just north of the Tampa area, to do a pirate festival.
Yeah. We're bringing in Stumpy with us, and we're going to go fire some black powder.
Stumpy is a cannon, in case you guys don't know that.
Stumpy is cannon for Loose Cannon Company, so we're going to go represent LCC. Whoop, 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 we're bringing Mr. Davy Vane, Tobin, where Mr. Willis was talking about short throw midget around. That's the Davy Vane he was talking about. So we're doing that next.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Just make sure we're all on the same page here, because that's all how it works. So yeah, the next week, I don't think we're going to be live. We will be live the following week up until Thanksgiving. And then after Thanksgiving, we'll kind of play it by ear, whether we're going to kind of stick around on YouTube or migrate to the Smoke and Bacon app for a little bit and then come back onto YouTube so we can kind of keep all our bases covered.
So first we kill pumpkins, then we kill turkeys, then we kill ham.
Miss you too, Bo. Miss you guys. Miss all you guys. Says Trevor, don't let him get short with you. Don't worry. I'll stretch
Her
him
get
out.
short with me.
No, we're talking about Damon.
Oh.
Why? Why? Are you feeling guilty? The shoe fit? Are you getting short? He's short of hearing.
Sorry. Say that again.
What was that?
Getting
Say
old.
that again.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, you are getting old. That's why you got to have glasses on through your short eyes.
Boss.
So yeah. Meow.
Boss. Right over my head.
I'll give you a bus over something else. You keep shit up.
Anyway.
Anywho, not deep.
It's about that time.
Neat. So
Moving
go watch. Yeah.
After I smoked up.
Thankfully, we had no smoke out this week. Go check out our fun episode from last year where he smoked out and I wanted to kill him. Yeah, not really. I love him anyway, but love all you guys. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. And until next time, you don't have your cup. Fine, I'll do it for you. Guess what? Hashtag
drink more rum.
Night, everybody. You don't have.